In the name of God, the compassionate and merciful. We had a description of master page in classical ASP.NET Web Forms, and I want to show you how we can use this concept in our Android projects using Java language. Or maybe you can change the syntax and use it in Xamarin. But let me show you how it's going to work. At first, I'm going to create a website based on ASP.NET Web Forms. And if I have multiple pages, it's a really difficult job to copy paste everything that I've designed for my pages to other pages and make my website have same template and layout. It's a difficult job. So we use something that we call it master page. And this is the master page. You will define everything, any constraint here that you need to have in all of your pages. And when you go for a child page, for example here, you can just say that my master page file is that, and if I run this project, you can see that my page have same layouts. So here it is. I can see, you can see that these menus are working different, and they have different functionality, but the template is same as other pages. We have this type of we can implement this master page, for example, in Windows Forms application. If I want to show you how it's going to work, let me show you how it's going to work. We call it inheritance. For example, I will have a master page here. I want to call it my master. And this is my master. If I change the background color or set anything to my own and to my custom, here for example the background color, here it is. If I change it to, for example, blue here, I can use inheritance same as this, and I can say you are a child of my master. And here it is. If I build it, you can see that my child form is affected by the master page, and if I run it, the form 1 is a child of that master page. But how can we have this inside our Android project? So just create your drawable menu by clicking on your Java, create just new activity and a type of navigation driver activity that it will, and call it, for example, base activity. You can use any type of source code you want to use, any type of source code you want to use, and define everything which is constrained between every page and every activity. Then create your own activity, the launcher activity that you want to launch, and put your own methods and own functionalities of that activity here. Just same as C#, extend it from your base activity. But here there is something that you must override in your base activity. So I will return back to my base activity. I'm going to override the set content view function here. The set content view function will receive my resource ID And here these magical two lines can change everything. I must create full layouts, and this is my full layout, which is my base activity, and the content holder where you must place your content is finding something with ID of the content. For example, what's this? It's a fragment layout. That if I go to the definition, you can see that it's a fragment layout with ID called content. And here we must use the inflator that will combine these two with each other, and it will combine it for us, and then we can set it in our own content view. If I return back and if I put breakpoints in my source code, you can see that which classes which will run and which methods will run in which order. So let me run the application. Application is going to run, and let me show you how it's working. So the first method which is going to run is our child and launcher activity. This is our launcher activity that will read the set content view, and if I continue, it will come back to my father class, and if I continue, it will go for other functions that I put in my own activity. So let me show you how it's working. Yes, this is the method, and this is other parts. You can, for example, use other types of code. Everything, for example, changing the code that I must thank the Ramsey who created this class that will allow us to choose custom fonts by putting our font in assets folder here. It was a beautiful trick. It's not only this part, you must have also a little change in your manifest file that you must, your style file, that you must set your typeface to monospace, and here in your base class you must replace the monospace font with your own custom font, which is put it in your assets folder. Thanks for your attention and have a good day.